Hi, this is David Bell. David Likes Photography. I'm in Photoshop CS5, and I'd like to show you how to do a painted border effect on this image from scratch. So we're going to go ahead and create a new blank image. So we go File, New, and you want to maybe use the same dimensions as the image. So you'll find the image down here in the bottom. In this case, I named it Senior Shoot 1, and that'll give me the same dimensions. I'll say OK. And now we got a new blank image that we want to paint a painted border on. So we'll get our paint tool over here. And we're not going to use a standard paintbrush. You can go to Window, Brush Presets to show your brushes. And in CS5 we've got some new brushes, and I'm going to use this one right here. Click on it. Comes up and shows the new brush tip and everything. And make sure you're on black foreground, okay, which we are, and 100% opacity. And we want to only paint in the center of this image. So we're going to just go ahead and start painting around, just kind of create a, really kind of cool border effect as we go around here. And just kind of whatever you think kind of, is good for you and good for you. And in this case, we've kind of done the outer edge, and now we're going to go back to a regular brush with which a hard edge, and we're going to go ahead and paint in the rest of the white areas. And it's up to your taste. I mean, you can leave. You can use a different brush and leave all kinds of white areas if you want that kind of effect to show through. In this case, or not show through, depending on if it's black or white. In this case, we're going to go ahead and enlarge the brush. Use the brush size here, or use left or right bracket keys. Either way, I'm going to use a combination. I like using left or right bracket keys, so I'm going to get the right bracket key to enlarge my brush and speed up this process here. And fill in the center of this. Okay, and so we've kind of got our sloppy border here, painted sloppy border. And what I want to do now is go ahead and I'm going to click here and drag it off the top bar here so I can see both images. Make sure I'm on the Move tool. I'm going to select the border image, hold down the mouse key, shift, and drag it to the other image, let up. Okay, we'll close out this image, and if you see here now in the corner, we've got the sloppy border on top of the picture, and we'll come up to the blend mode and hit screen, and everything in the black will show through, and everything that was white will stay white, and you see we have our painted border. Now if you want to give it a little more effect, which I do, you come up to filter and we'll go to blur, motion blur. Okay, motion blur here, and you can change the angle of this blur. I like kind of a up and back kind of, or a, diagonal. So I have a little diagonal. You can increase the amount of blur you want to give it an effect. I say it just depends what you think's good. I kind of like that right there. So I'm going to say OK. And now we have our true border effect. One other thing I would suggest you do, because I'm going to resize this image, is click on the lower image, and we'll right click on the image and select Convert to Smart Object. The reason we're going to do this is when you go to resize this lower image, and if you have to do it more than once, it degrades the image. So you want to keep the quality as good as possible, um, as well as possible, I should say. And so that's what this will do. So now when we do an edit free transform, we can click on one edge and hold down the shift key, and we can enlarge this and drag from the center. Actually, drag it down a little more. Hold the shift key again, drag up, click the center, let off shift key to the center. And what I'm trying to do is make a little tighter image here. And I want to get it right above the knees, which is what they call a three-quarter pose. So I'm going to make it a little larger, hold the shift key. And right about there, I'd say is a good three-quarter pose. Double click, and there we have it. And if you have to do it more than once, that's where this smart object will come in handy. Um, without degrading, you can do it as many times as you want. It's without degrading the image. Obviously, as you go bigger, you will have some quality issues. So make sure you have a pretty good size file when you do this. And here we go. There's the border. There's before, and there's after. And of course, you would go ahead and flatten the layer, flatten, save it as a JPEG, and then you're done. That's my tip. I'm L. David Likes. Uh, thanks for watching, and have a good one. Bye-bye.